From Hoboken, New Jersey, patch.com. Police chief defecated in office, put Viagra in office coffee, New Jersey cops claim. Several police officers filed tort claims against a New Jersey police chief saying he defecated on the office floor, according to legal paperwork.
What's wrong with
bringing you the stories that matter most.
Is he the guy that spiked Viagra? The chief, or did someone else spike him and then he...
No, this is in North Bergen.
He pooped.
This is like the New York Metro.
Stuck a hypodermic needle into an officer's penis.
What?
This is great. Stuck
Why wasn't that in the headline?
Spike coffee
Is that
with Viagra?
Everything is about this is bad.
Jeez.
What?
So this is like Hoboken, isn't it? No. This is not Hoboken, is it? It's what area is that? It's what is it? That's not Union City, is it? Gutenberg, Bergenwood. It's right next to Manhattan. It's literally across the river. This is basically New York City.
So that's a really influential position to be the police chief of a borough of New York City. How is this guy in this position? Did he just have a psychotic break?
It's right by West New York. Where's Hoboken's further south? Yeah, Jersey City. Man, I used to live right here. That's crazy. I lived in Union City.
There's quote, our clients now genuinely fear for their on-job safety. Job safety. Their clients, I don't know.
I guess after you've been jabbed in the wing, you would be.
What, another cop?
Spiked coffee with Viagra. Attorney Patrick Toscano of Fairfield has requested in a letter to Attorney General Matt Platkin dated March 26th that the state take over the police department in the Hudson County town, saying the officers now fear for their safety.
I would.
Yo, there's photos.
Well,
oh, no.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
What is wrong with him? Someone wrote on it.
I don't know if I'm mad or I like the guy.
Did this person have like a psychotic break or something?
I got to know.
Mental illness is real.
He must have spiked the Viagra so that he could get the specimen in order to inject the thing.
In all seriousness, the point of this story, I've been telling people, when all these Republicans come out saying back the blue, this is who you're backing, because Democrats appoint these people. These are corrupt cities. The guy who crashed in the Tesla in that car, no different than these psychotic cops that are running these departments doing insane things. I'm not saying all cops are bad. I don't think so. I'm saying the people running these departments are appointed by Democrats who get elected by psychopaths.
Oh, he's an appointee. The chief is an appointee.
Well, I'm assuming he's an appointee, but in most big cities, the people who run the police department are appointed by the Democratic mayor. So what do you think's going to happen?
Spike the Viagra.
Well, probably. Oh, there's my audio. Hearing myself talk about Viagra. What's going to happen? This guy's going to get arrested. If he hasn't, he's sure he's been arrested. He's going to get charged. He's probably going to see some time. I mean, if he hurt a bunch of cops, he's really going to get in trouble. It sounds like he terrorized police officers on the job. So
yeah,
I hope he sees some real punishment.
This is on silent. I don't know why it's doing
You got to turn the volume down, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
your phone's just yelling.
That's weird.
Yeah,
you want to give it up.
This is it's troubling. It's a troubling story.
That opening paragraph.
So who supports him or who appointed him? That's the question.
Yeah, I want to know.
I don't know. I mean,
this didn't happen in one day. This list of things.
I mean, he clearly should lose his job.
How did he keep doing this stuff?
Oh, he kept doing it.
You know what's crazy? Remember that cop who banged all those other cops? It was that lady cop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That story would not go away.
Yeah.
I kind of have a feeling like this story is going to be in the news all the time, because let's be honest, tariffs are boring. Sure, it's going to change your life, but it's boring. So when that lady cop was going around banging those other cops, every outlet was running it front page 24/7. And I was getting frustrated, like, dude, I don't care. But the people want what the people want, and the market dictates. That's why I'm not a libertarian. They do.
They liked that girl because she was cute, and the idea of her having sex with a bunch of guys, a bunch of probably simps were like, oh, I love this. Oh.
No, they were thinking, maybe she'll have sex with me.
Yeah. Maybe share the story. Maybe she'll see it.
That's so creepy, dude.
It's so creepy.
That's why stories like this take off, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, God, I don't know.
How did this guy not? Oh, whoa! Yeah. What? He's been accused of being a homophobe before as well. Well, now you got big problems.
Yeah, that's going to get the Democrats up in the area all up in arms.
We have to follow up on this if we don't get to the bottom today, because I got to know what happened to this guy.
Well, they're scared of their jobs. They accuse, what is this? What is this? The claims also accuse Farley of sending a pride flag and masturbation cream to another officer's home, which his family saw, exposing himself at work at random times and dropping drugs believed to be Viagra and Adderall into coffee. The claim also says one officer's fish were believed to have been poisoned with drugs.
Good Lord. I mean, he's got to lose his job.
Poisoning someone's fish.
I mean, it's not attempted homicide.
Dude,
Is
I'm
it
sorry.
attempted murder?
No.
Someone's going to write a movie about this. Like, it's like Super Troopers. But the guys in Super Troopers were actually not bad dudes.
Because if it happened in a movie, I'd be like, that's just so unrealistic. If the guy walked into the chief's office and he's like bent over the table and you're like, come on, that would never happen. Apparently, reality's stranger than fiction.
Jeez, man.
Like I said, he's got to lose his job. He's absolutely got to lose his job.
But this is the state of liberal cities, right? This is just outside of New York City. I do not understand why people still want to live there.
I mean, I don't.
We need to search who appointed and his name.
And his name is
But
Farley?
like outside of this guy, what's his name?
I think it's Robert Farley. Is this the guy? North Bergen police chief? Yeah, Robert Farley.
But outside of this guy, this is New York, right? This is the New York Metro. This is where people want to live. This is where tons of people choose to be. I do not understand. I mean, look, I remember I went to New York for the first time. It was crazy to see all these buildings. And I'm from Chicago. And I was there for like 5 years. And then eventually I moved out of the city and I moved to Union City, which is just on the other side of the Lincoln Tunnel. And I was there for a little while, and I slowly just moved farther and farther away. The more I realized how awful it was. The prices are too high. The laws are insane. The police departments are appointed by psychopathic Democrats. People are planting bombs.
Apparently, okay, so Chief Bergen, or the chief, was appointed by Mayor Nick Sacco on February 1st, 2024, to answer that question.
He's only been there. He's done all that
just over
stuff in a year.
Yeah. And
That's
as for why I live in New York, for me, it was the 90s, and I was like, I was from a small town, so there's the excitement of a big city, and of course, New York has all that publicity.
It was also much safer in the 90s.
Yeah, it was big time.
I lived there in the 90s too, and that's when it went downhill. Right before Giuliani came in.
Oh, that was early 90s, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was better apparently when I moved away by the time Giuliani was there, but the taxi drivers when I would go back for work would say everything's better, everything's different with Giuliani.
I got there in 2001. I got there September, right before 9/11, and I ended up working at Ground Zero. It was a crazy time, but it was exciting. That was why I wanted to live there. And then it was because before the internet, if you wanted to be rich or famous or successful, you couldn't be in a small town. You had to go to a big city. And so I think people are still brainwashed to think that they need to go to one of these hubs to make it, and you don't.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, but there is something to be said for if you're trying. There is something to be said for the networking aspect. If you're around people, and this is something that Tim has talked about too. If you're around people and you're spending time with them at work, and it's why remote working is bad or is not as productive as going to a job. Like if you're working on a team if you're working on a project with a team, you'll go to lunch together, you'll inevitably talk about the project, and you'll actually get more done because you're in the presence of other people. And when it comes to, from my experience, from being in a band, if you're going to shows, right? If you're going to shows during the week, you go 2-3 shows a week, you're hanging around with people that are in the music industry, you're making connections, bands that come through, you'll meet those bands, you'll end up getting more tour opportunities, you'll know people in the music industry, as in like in press, in the media, you'll know people that are working at labels. A ton of people are like, well, I'm going to move to California in LA because there is so much going on in the music industry, and the same thing can be said for New York City. And I assume that's the same in many industries. The reason people that are in the tech industry want to live in in Silicon Valley, they'll be around other people in the tech industry. They'll be around other people that have similar ideas, similar experiences, similar jobs. So there is something to be said for having the access to an infrastructure of people or networking of people.
Cheryl, did you move there and then develop a networking and establish your career and then leave and go somewhere smaller? What was your flow?
I went from local news to CNN back when it was a news organization in 1990 to 93. Then all the networks offered me jobs in New York, kind of had to go there if I wanted to try the next thing. Did not like New York. Didn't live there very long, working for CBS News. They gave me a choice to stay there or move overseas to report or move to Washington, D.C. and report, I took the latter Washington, D.C.
Oh.
But living in New York, I think it's cute at first because you're living the New York life and everybody's rude and mean. It's funny because I'm from the South. So my husband used to say it's like a circus every day. You get up and you go out and see the carnival. Then to me, it gets tiring. After you live that way for a while, it ceases to become cute and it's just tiring.
Oh God, literally, because the brake
Smells
dust
like sour milk.
Yeah, that brake dust comes off the brakes in cars. It's so small, fine particulates that it gets through the alveoli and the lungs right into your bloodstream. Talk about exhaust, like you literally exhaust. Physically, it will exhaust your body.
You can wipe your apartment down if you live in Manhattan and you try to open the windows and wipe it down twice a day. You'll never get rid of the dirt.
It's like black stuff on the windowsill.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.